The Oneida community sprung up as a social and religious-based communal living experiment.
These people came together to create a very unique group.
It's a complicated story, it's a fascinating story.
They were a group of religiously based people who wanted to create heaven on earth.
Life as it was led in a very new way here at the Oneida community.
The Oneida community believed in living a selfless life, and they believed in continuing education and self-improvement.
Family, extended family.
The way that the men and the women work together.
Living together in a community and not living for the self, but living for the whole of the group.
Remove all sources of jealousy, then they could lead or have a chance to lead perfect lives.
That they worked together and celebrated all work as honorable.
They lived as one family, attempting to share all labor, all property, all responsibility.
It was so ahead of the curve to be part of the community.
I think the thing that strikes you first is just the magnitude of it.
I was absolutely floored by the appearance and the preservation and the look and feel of the place.
My favorite part has always been the architecture. I think when I was younger, that's what drew me here. It's just so immense.
I was very impressed with this stately, elegant building.
Just looking at it from outside, it was, the sheer size of the house was an incredible place.
Here at the Oneida Community Mansion House, you can literally walk through the spaces as they were intended, as they were created.
So kind of being in these rooms makes me feel connected to them.
It's certainly a unique structure, had a lot to offer.
The organization of the house itself puts a great focus on group places and group gathering.
The room that we're standing in right now is the nursery kitchen. It's one of the rooms that's on the tour in the house. And this was a gathering place. There were places throughout the house to encourage people to come together.
The big hall was kind of this large open space. It had a stage with large velvet curtains and a balcony.
I like all the areas, like the big hall, like the lounge here, the upper sitting room, areas where the community would gather together.
The big hall is so beautiful. In fact, a lot of people come and have weddings here.
The big hall, I think, is one of the things that attracts you, but also the library. I think that's always been wonderful too.
I love that they had their own library and encouraged education and literacy among all of their members.
One of the other rooms that I love, in addition to the big hall and to the upper sitting room, is the library of the original community, the room that I'm sitting in right now.
I like the library and the gardens.
These days I come to check out the library from time to time, which is an excellent reading library.
My favorite part of the house is the residence library. It has skylights and it's just so bright in there any time of the year. It's absolutely the most warm and cozy place to be.
It is absolutely unique in terms of its preservation, both internally, architecturally, and in the surrounding gardens and grounds.
I think I appreciate the outdoors aspect of the mansion house grounds as much as the inside.
The beauty of the surrounding area, the lawns and gardens, which are so beautifully kept.
The gardens, we like to walk in the gardens and walk around the grounds.
The gardens are gardens that were here in the 1800s. They've been kept up. The design of them is the same.
The trees, the summer homes, the garden coming in the spring. It's a beautiful place just to spend time in the outdoors.
Is this a place that would interest all ages? Yes, this is definitely a place for all ages to come. I think there's something for everyone here.
Well, I think they'd be very interested in the new orientation exhibit that's been put up.
There are field trip opportunities for local schools.
I can bring my daughter here to the children's library and read books with her as well.
There's overnight lodging, there's a restaurant.
We have public lecture series, concerts.
There's a vestibule upstairs with a cabinet of curiosities and all kinds of really interesting things in that children and adults find really interesting. You can come here if you're interested in art or architecture, music, certainly history.
A chapter of American history that people of all ages could learn from.
I think people should come and see it because we really are a living museum. I mean, people live in this house.
But here, we have people living in 35 apartments, people of all ages, so there is a life to the house.
I was very fortunate to even get to know some of the descendants who still are living in the mansion house, which is kind of a neat thing because it's a living museum. And you don't stumble upon too many places like that where you can come and absorb history and still get a chance to mingle and converse with its ancestors.
So unlike most historic landmarks, this is truly a place that is fully alive.
You can't really understand either the history of the Oneida community or the way in which it continues to be relevant to today's society, to intersect with the 21st century until you come here, until you experience this place.
Come and visit the mansion house. It's fun.